EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dak going to start out going to the air. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Off the play fake, Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Now here's Pollard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Now Prescott on fourth down. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally had some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before it was spilled into the second. And finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chopping at the bit just to get the football. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. 52 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Prescott now from the 50. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. That's caught again by Schultz. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Prescott now. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 19-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd and 8 coming up. Jackson now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's Trayvon Diggs making a big play there for the defense. Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. This has been a pretty sizable drive that had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down and will.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now it's 2nd and 9. A give to Elliott running left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick. 2 minutes, 51 seconds. 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 2 minutes, 51 se
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We called a bunch of games. How about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Past the 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.